Do it. I always have to change the settings so that I can actually see comments properly. Why does it seem so dark? I don't know what that's about. Just like a little bit chaotic. It's fine. I'm always a little bit chaotic. Hello, hello. Seriously though, why does it seem so dark? Am I just like... Am I just weird? I don't know anything about streaming properly. Hi, hello. Seriously though, like... Miss Planet. That's not who I am. But hello. How is everyone? I am going through it a little bit, but that's okay. I don't know how any of my settings work. Look, I'm having one of those days where I was like, I need to go outside and take a walk. You know, take a stupid walk for my stupid mental health. And I was like, I don't want to go, but I will, because I know it's good and it's sunny. And I know that I'm probably gonna be upset at some point that like I did go out to see the sunshine while it lasts, right? So I was like, fine, I'll go for a walk and be upset. And then my brain went, you can go to the game store though. And I was like, I can go to the game store though. And I also bought other things, okay? Which is why I don't have like a huge stack of cards. But I bought more, okay? I had to get some more Lord of the Rings because I can't help myself. And then I also got the Bloomborough ones because it's giving Redwall. And I can't not. I can't. So I guess we're kind of doing an I don't know, unboxing, an opening. I don't know how to do that because that's not my vibe really. And I only have 2 packs because again, I bought other things and at a certain point I have to cut myself off. So we're gonna see. They're just like starter packs too. So like the chances of anything interesting being in here is like slim, but hello everyone. Hi. Good evening to some of them. So I'm gonna go for it. If anyone like gets mad at me for not doing this correctly, I don't really know what else to tell you. Is it like a little bit ASMR-y? I don't know. Ooh. Remove glasses. No. Ooh, a mini game. Cool. I still don't know how to play. Anyone can get mad at me for that. It's fine. I know that we got like little like art things. That's cool. There's like just a little art card in it, which I really like. Inkling, yeah! Look who made it, despite the algorithm or the notifications. Yes, magic! I have my binder with me, with my other magic cards. So, okay. Ooh! We got like a forest one. It's got Mirkwood in it. That's cool. Hello to India. Hi. Why are you not what? I'm not reading what? Comments? I'm reading comments. There's just multiple of them. Ooh, cool, cool. We got some Mordor. Why you guys have to be so weird? Thank you for what? Because I am femme presenting and I'm talking about Magic the Gathering. Y'all have to be weird. Don't do that. Maybe I'll scare you off by saying that I'm not a girl. Does that work? Are you all gonna leave now? Does it scare all of them off? Because that would be great. Ooh, Urukai. I know that none of these are gonna be special, but they're special to me because I'm a nerd. Yeah, there's the Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering crossover. Isn't it so cool? I don't know if it's like super new, but it's fairly new. Ooh. This is cool art. I don't know how well you can see it. I don't know why it's so dark. This is where I usually film stuff, and it's just like darker on my phone camera. I'm sorry. A lot of these are just like dark. They're like, hey, you know Mordor? Dark and crazy. Oh, we got a Legolas. Do I have a Legolas? I think so. As I consult my collection. I'm pretty sure I have at least one. Yeah. I have one for the special, like, ring card. Ooh, you don't have to announce that you're leaving. If you're upset that you suddenly stumbled on someone who isn't gonna just be like your normal pick-me's, then ooh, Mirror of Galadriel. Pretty. I mean, spooky, depending on what it shows you. Are you mainly a collector or do you play as well? At the moment, I'm mainly a collector because I don't know fully how to play. I did download the like arena thing so that it has like I could play like digitally and it's a little bit easier than trying to do it like tactile, like trying to like collect enough cards to like build a deck or like go through the process of building a deck when I don't really know and then like finding people in person to play with. But I have downloaded it and it has like tutorials. You actually scared off. Yeah, I scared off multiple people. That's usually what I go for. I'm just like, hey, guess what? I'm not a girl. And then I just like people they scurry away. They're just like, oh my God. It's funny to me that I'm just like, you're so terrified of us. Because it's always the weird guys. It's always the weird guys in their basements that are like, if I just like say a bunch of really confident things that are like off-putting, then they'll fall for me. Like it'll be like I'll get the attention that I want that I'm clearly not going to get because of my personality. So I'm always just like, I'm not a girl. That's what I do in my DMs all the time. People send me weird DMs and I'm just like, I'm not a girl. And then they just like, they're like, ugh. Like they run away so fast. I find it hilarious. Ooh. Nice. We got another elf. Ooh, we got another Faramir. Someone said in the chat that they want Faramir. We got another one. Yeah, I have a copy of this. But we got another one. Don't tell them your strategy. It's fun. It's fun to me. I'm like, y'all can just You know, bugger off. Ooh, I got some of these. See, I'm collecting some of these ones that have like the full, I don't know, like they don't have like a border on them. I don't know if I don't think I have that one. I remember looking at it when I was going through the singles. No. But I know where I can put it in my binder. I'm glad that we've scared off the weirdos. It's good. We might get another wave later on, but it tells us, look, I'm just out here trying to be a nerd. And the men gotta make it weird. So this is why the girlies don't go to any of the things. Like, if you can just not be weird. Like, maybe I would go and play Magic the Gathering in person where other people are. So it's okay. I got rid of one of the weird ones. Y'all need to call him out. He's he's muted on the channel now. Which would you prefer, Magic with Twice or Magic with Bleach? Bleach, because if I wanted to have a bunch of cards with the Twice members on them, I could. That's just a photo card collection. But I can't get a bunch of cards. I guess I can't. There's probably a Bleach card game out there somewhere, and I just don't know about it because I don't live in Japan. But like I can't get a bunch of cool cards of Bleach characters. Also because I feel like then you could play the game of like the Magic system, right? Like there's already a Magic system like baked into Bleach that I feel like that would be really cool to have through like a card game, right? Like because like the like Fullbring people would have like a different power set than like a like Soul Reaper or like like a Arrancar. Like they would have like different like little like Magic systems for them, and I think that would be really cool. Whereas like you could do Twice. You could have like a cool Twice game, but I don't feel like it would be like a combat game necessarily, or it'd be like a little bit different. But yeah, like Yu-Gi-Oh would be super cool, especially if it has some of the unhinged vibes of like the beginning of Yu-Gi-Oh. I would love that. Momo the dancing. I mean, I feel like you could make a combat game out of Twice if you wanted to, but you know what would be super cool on like the topic of like K-pop mixed with card games. A Dreamcatcher card game would be super in the like Nightmare storyline, because each of the characters has like a different fear, right? Like they have like a different like a thing that's associated specifically with them, and I think that would be super cool. Ooh, Boromir. I don't think I have a Boromir. I have a Faramir. And I was looking for Boromir because I'm like, it feels weird to have like the rest of the Fellowship. I can't find a Boromir in the like ring artwork that I'm collecting all the Fellowship in. And I was like, I have Faramir and it feels weird to not have Boromir. So that's cool. And then the Battle of Baywater, which is a shiny one. And that's all the you cannot simply unpack a Boromir. I mean, apparently you can't. I can't simply just find a Boromir when I'm going through singles though. It's cool though. I like this. I like that we get a little art card. And I like that it always has like who the artist is. Just like personally. I really like that there's always like, here's the person who did the art on the cards. As an art fan. I think that's really cool. All right. Those are the Lord of the Rings ones. I'll organize them in a second. But we also have Critters. Ah! I hope this has a little art card too. Do they all have art cards? I don't know. This is the beginning of my journey. I'm so excited. Which is why I'm like, to anyone being like weird about me getting to like Magic the Gathering, I'm like, I'm just out here having a good time. Like, y'all need to chill. Like, does it matter how I'm having a good time? Really? This makes me want to watch Lord of the Rings again, but I simply do not have that kind of time today. I understand. It is like the time of year, though. I don't know about you, but for me, the Lord of the Rings films are like cozy films. Like, they are autumn films. You watch Lord of the Rings in the autumn. And I can't explain that other than like the vibes are just right. It's like the warm color palettes, the like Hobbiton itself. I'm like, that is like, Hobbiton is the place of like autumn and coziness because it's all just like food and warmth and comfort. And it just like, it makes sense to me to watch it this time of year. Your theater played the Lord of the Rings trilogy? I'm so jealous. I would want to do that. Ooh! Okay. I'm trying not to like look at them. I'm trying to like pull them from like the back forward. Look at this little carrot cake. It's so cute. This is just because they're cute little creatures. Ooh. Uncharted Haven looks a little bit more ominous. I do also understand that in buying these cards, I have opened up the door to other Magic the Gathering collections. Like, up to this point, I only had Lord of the Rings. And now I have introduced that I'm willing to take in other cards, other, like, types of Magic the Gathering cards. And I know that that is just a slippery slope. Ooh, we got bats! I love bats so much! There's a bat and a lizard. Look at them. They're so cute. I love a cute little bat warrior. Ooh. Is it like, I don't know what creature it is. What animal are you? I like that there's little quotes at the bottom. I don't know, I know that they have like books and stuff for Magic. I just don't know if there's like a whole story, but there's like quotes at the bottom. Which like makes sense for like Lord of the Rings. I'm like, yeah, you can like quote the books or like the different source materials or whatever. But I'm like, is Bloomburrow like based on something that I just don't know about? I have no idea. Will I fit creatures like that carrot cake into my Lord of the Rings deck when I build it? I mean, I guess it depends. Like, if I was making like a Hobbiton deck, maybe. Because I feel like carrot cake and like wholesome critters just make sense for that vibe. But I don't know if I would if I was making something that was like on like the darker. I really want to make like an elf deck. I think that elves would be it for me. Like Lothlorien or something. Anyway. We have Froggy Boy! Look at him! Ooh. Bloomburrow is a planet among many of the Magic the Gathering multiverse. Okay, cool. I was just wondering about like specifically the quotes. So I'm assuming that the quotes are either to offer character background or it's from like a book of some kind. Because I know I think I've read like a couple of the like novellas just because they bring in like other like fantasy and sci-fi writers to write them and they're just like by authors that I really like. So I would read them just because they're from authors that I already know, but you haven't actually watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Only the first Hobbit film? Inkling. I don't want to be that person who's like, you have like films you have to watch before you die. I don't want to be that person because I think that that is very subjective and everyone has like their own list for that. However, the Lord of the Rings trilogy is one of the greatest films ever created. And that's not just me being a super fan. It's like there's like they like won awards and stuff. Like it is iconic piece of film. Like it holds up too. Like you watch it now and I'm like I'm at some point I'm going to watch this film and it's going to feel dated. Like I'm going to look at it and be like, yeah. Yeah, I can tell that this movie's been around for a while. But no, like it like you can. Yeah, like it's not what it would be if it was made today, but it looks so good. I just practical effects, man. Bring them back. You only know Lord of the Rings due to the Lego games. Inkling. But the Lego games are really good. I remember playing the Star Wars ones all the time. But like Inkling. Yeah, I love the art too. Oh, I actually read it. I was like, this is a really pretty picture. And then I read that it's called Corpseberry. And I'm like, that's a little more ominous than I just mentioned, but it's a little squirrel boy. This one has a snake and a little mouse, which I'm a little bit worried about. Because those two definitely don't tend to be... Oh no, he's a veteran hero. It's fine. I believe he's got this. So the Bloomborough story follows a frog named Helga. She's trying to find herself when disaster happens on her village, and she meets Mabel, a mouse mom, and the defender of her village. Cute! Like, it is giving Redwall. Like, it's giving, like, childhood stories. It's a little otter boy! Or possibly girl. Or possibly neither. I don't want to say anything. But, like, I'm just joking around. You look, I get that it's a time commitment. It's a lot. And like people are intense, right? Like people are like scholars about Lord of the Rings. So it's like it's a lot to walk into. But it's also just really good. You know, like you don't have to watch the extended editions. I know that people are always like watch the extended editions for like your first experience, and I'm like maybe don't, because like you don't understand unless you've read the book. Is the extended version going to offer you anything that you absolutely need to know? No. Okay? It's like how none of us are mad that Tom Bombadil isn't in the films. Like, is he a fun time when I'm just reading the book? Sure. Is he necessary? Not really. He adds to some of the layers of like imagery of like the theme of the book, but I understand that it's like an anti-war book. I get it. So like you don't have to commit to the extended, which are like a lot. But you can commit to like a one film maybe. Watch it in sections. Pretty sure after watching The Lord of the Rings, your master's degree will be easy. I mean, I actually had people do projects on Lord of the Rings for my actual for actual classes because I was in linguistics. So people would do whole like projects and like presentations and like write papers that were about like Elvish and stuff. So and like other fictional languages. Ooh. We got a wolf boy or girl. Oh yeah. Or neither or both. I don't know. I don't know their life story yet. We do love Tom. Like, I love Tom Bombadil, but I understand why he's not in the movie. You know? It's like with Les Mis. Like, they don't go on all the tangents of, like, France's plumbing system, because that's in the book. And we don't need that in the musical. It's fine. Aw, look at the cute little birds learning. Big, strong warriors in the making. There's a whole tribe of bats? I can't know that. I gotta make a deck of bats now. Or possibly bunnies. We seem to have a bunny theme going on. Look at the little guy. Wheat ears. Ooh. This one has cool art. I know there's something like there's thievery afoot. But it looks cool. Ooh. Ooh, I got a land card, a swamp. It looks like it has like a winterscape though, like it's a swamp in winter. It also has like a skull next to it. What does that mean? Is that bad? I assume it's bad. Do we want to go to the swamp? Ooh. We got a tree city thing. Look at it. I mean, I feel like if I have a tree city, then I can definitely have a bat deck. Because they live in trees, right? It's the main city. You're so knowledgeable on this. I'm just wandering in, you know? Wait, okay. Rabbit. It says Chaos Lord. What does that mean? I just sacrificial spaghetti agent with the no bat deck. Oh god. Oh. Give us all the bats. I mean, we have a rabbit thing going on, right? We got a Chaos Lord. Clearly. Look at that shifty little person right there. Then we got the short bow, right? Also rabbit. And then we had the carrot cake. So I feel like we might need to make a rabbit deck. And I feel like making one that's just like has like tank aspects, right? To just like plow through somebody would be very satisfying. Because I feel like being attacked by a giant army of deadly rabbits is just like an image that I need. But I also want a bat deck. I feel like bat deck has to be a thing now. I feel like it does. I feel like we need to make a bat deck, right? How do I make a deck of bats? Because we got one. This also has a lizard, which we're including in the package because they're friends, obviously. But I that's a start, right? I love it. They're just so cute. They're just these little creatures. Yep, bat deck. Okay. I'll see what I can do. I feel like making a bat deck is gonna be an investment. It's just gonna be like, so it's gonna be like, why do you have so many Magic the Gathering cards? I'm gonna be like, I had to make a deck based around bats. So stomping your opponents into dust with an army of fluffy bunnies would also be great, right? I feel like if I made a bunny deck, I'd then have to go somewhere and play Magic. Like I'd have to learn how to play it really well, and I'd have to make a super amazing deck that is based around rabbits, just so that I could beat up people with them. Hey, Inkling, you finally graduated. Woo woo. Good job. You can like maybe take like one breath before other stuff happens. Sacrificial spaghetti, please. With the puns, please. I feel like I gotta make. I didn't know that making a whole deck out of bats was gonna be an option, but now that that's one of the main groups, I'm like, well, that means I just gotta. Yeah, I know that I can play Magic the Gathering Arena. I have it downloaded. I opened it. I got a little bit intimidated, and then I was like, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna learn. I am. One of my friends also wants to learn Magic the Gathering, so I feel like I'm gonna like rope him into it, and we can both learn, so that I at least have someone when I'm like confused to be like, what's happening? So what's this I hear about a bat deck? Yeah, we apparently have to make a bat deck now. Because we have one card with a bat on it, and I have a weird obsession with bats. Okay, it was one of those. It was a special interest of mine as a child. Not because of Batman. Before anyone asks me, though, I did love Batman. So I feel like, and now I know a lot of stuff about bats. And I'm like, dang it. I need to make a whole deck that has bats on it. 7-year-old me would be so upset if I didn't make a deck that was just based around bats. Bats focus on life gain. I don't really know what that means, but this also says each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So I'm assuming that that's part of it. Bat family deck? Oh no. Wait, what crossovers are there that are anywhere close to Batman? I don't think they have a DC crossover with Magic. I know they have an Assassin's Creed, which is like going into Batman territory. Yeah, bats are just sky puppies. They're so cute. Most of them just eat fruits. Which is just it's just so cute. Like you just give them like appy slices and they're so happy. So I think look, if I have to invest to make, I'm gonna be like that crazy person now at my game store who's like going through all the singles and they'll be like, what are you looking for? And I'm gonna be like, bats. They're gonna know me for that because I'm gonna be tracking down as many as I can and then probably actually thinking about how to make a deck that actually works. I don't really know. What are the structures of a Magic the Gathering deck? I don't even know. Like, how many cards am I allowed? How many of each kind of card am I allowed? What cards do I have to have? Like, do I need to have we have the settings. Do I need to have a like land card involved? I'm twitching. You got any bat cards? It would probably be, yeah. I'm gonna be like, hey man, I need bat cards. Just like plonk down a handful of change. Be like, you gotta give me bat cards, man. Okay. I'm gonna organize my cards though. in my binder. I didn't plan this out. I don't have enough space. I'm too chaotic for this. Yeah, I just need some bad cards to get me through the next day, man. I promise, last time. I'll quit after this. You might as well change the name of the stream to Building a Bat Deck. Maybe someday that'll be what happens. Okay, what numbers do we have? Ooh, we got 2, 4, 400. That's like way down there. Those are next to each other though. This one I already have a copy of. So if anyone wants a Faramir, I have 2 now. Do we trade? Do you guys trade Magic cards? Is it like my only experience with collector card games is Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. And we would trade them. Is that the culture? I don't know. I'm new here and most of the people I interact with are weird. What's that about? The power of the Bat Deck compels us. Dang it, I'm gonna have to make it now. It's gonna be an inside joke. It's gonna be a thing that I have to like give you updates on. It'll be like, how's the Bat Deck going? And then people are gonna be like, what's the Bat Deck lore? And I'm like, you had to be there for that one live stream that one time. Yeah, I know. I knew the moment I bought any Magic the Gathering cards that was going to be the beginning of the end. And here we are. Oh, see, because I got a basic land. I got a land card for Lord of the Rings, too. It just says forest, which I think is a little bit nondescript. I mean, it clearly says Mirkwood. I mean, it also has Lothlorien. But, like, you couldn't call it Mirkwood? You don't know Bat Deck? Fake fan? You don't know the lore? I hope it doesn't come to that. I hope I don't descend into that where it's like you had to be there for the live streams to understand all of the unhinged content. That is my channel. Oh, and then we have the art card. I'm sad that I didn't get one of these cool art cards, though, for the woodland creatures. It looks really cool, but am I probably going to end up using this as, like, a bookmark or something? Maybe. On the bright side, card opening channels are wildly popular. I know, I keep getting ones that are Pokemon. And I'm like, I don't know what I did to get on the Pokemon card side of social media. But I'm very happy to be here. I'm just like watching people. I'm like, I don't need this many Pokemon cards in my life, but I like watching other people have lots of Pokemon cards. No jokers, only back. Oh, it's so stupid. I love it. I was just gonna have a moment where I was like, I'm gonna have to take all these cards out, right? And move them around because I have higher number cards. And I'm like, no, Sarah, you can just take out one of the empty sleeves and move it to the front. That's why we have a binder. Sometimes I'm dumb. You gotta have like one clown and a Bat Deck. I mean, I guess it depends on the clown. It would be Harley. Look, as someone who's a huge Harley Quinn fan, I'm not saying I wouldn't put a Harley reference somewhere. Like, it's possible. Is there a Batman Magic Gathering? I don't know. I'm like, is there a DC crossover? I don't know because like I assume DC has other card game licensing that they might not do it with like Wizards of the Coast. I think I organized these right. Did I? I don't know. I'm trying to be organized. They have numbers on the bottom for a reason. Yeah, cool. I did it. The numbers jumped drastically and I was like, that doesn't seem right. It's just because I don't have many cards yet. It's all downhill from here. That's a Harley fan. Look, I'm not saying Harley Quinn was an awakening moment for me. But I do have a particular taste in women. You want the Barbara Gordon deck? That would be pretty cool, honestly. I'd want ooh, Teen Titans? That'd be a cool deck. They might have a Batman set? Hang on. I know they have as I lose my train of thought because I can't type and think at the same time. I know that they have a Clue. I know that they have Doctor Who, which I definitely am not gonna get. I'm not gonna spend a bunch of money on a Doctor Who deck. That's just ridiculous. Who would do something crazy like that? Definitely not me. But it looks like they do. Because it says Bane Lord of Darkness. What does that mean? I mean, I know what that means, but like, is there? Do we? Because I can't know that information and have to like act responsibly. You know? Wait. Oh! I'm getting confused about my own organizational system. Hold, please. Okay. I figured it out. Again, sometimes I'm dumb. Which is why whenever people call me smart, I'm like, are you sure? Because I've witnessed every dumb thing I've ever done. Nice. Bane in the Bat deck, he'd break it. Tozone! Tozone! Boom, we got like a whole new page. It's beautiful. No, we got almost some more. Bane would be the backbone of the deck. Boom. You did an IQ test for school. I never had to do an IQ test for school. But I mean, IQs don't mean anything. There's no science behind them, so it's fine. I always find it weird though that there's like places where people are like legitimately like, what's your IQ? And I'm like, do people just know that? I didn't grow up in a culture where people just know what their IQ score is. This one's before this one. Sorry, I have to sort my woodland creatures. They're also going in the binder. Should they technically be in a different binder from my Lord of the Rings ones? Probably. But just for the sake of storage, in the meantime, this is what we're doing. I actually did have to take an Myers-Briggs test for school because I took psychology classes in university, and they made us take them so that we could all laugh about how dumb they are. I mean, like, are there places where like you legitimately have to take IQ tests for like school? Because that just seems so strange to me. I know there are like certain cultures where they talk about it a lot. I'm like, how do you just know what your IQ is? I mean, I know what my IQ is, but that's just because I got bored one day. Yeah, me too, sacrificial spaghetti. I don't talk about my IQ because I'm like, there's no science behind it, but it's framed as if there is, which I think is what bugs me the most. Like, at least if you're talking about like BuzzFeed quiz, right? Everyone's like, those are just like dumb fun quizzes and they don't actually mean anything, and it's fine. But the IQ is put through this lens of like, it's a scientific test that's actually able to rate someone's intelligence in a scientific way, but it doesn't. Like, it's pseudoscience at best, but people act like it isn't, and that's just it bugs me. It rubs me the wrong way. All right, you didn't have to, it was just like an opt thing. I just took it because I couldn't sleep one night, and I was like, that sounds like giggles. So I did it, and it was giggles. Ooh, 7. Yeah, okay. You don't need to brag about it. I feel like anyone who brags about their IQ is like a pseudo intellectual, right? Like, they think that knowing your IQ score and having like one that's like slightly above average is like impressive. Like, that's an impressive piece of information. And I'm like, no, it's not. Like, I don't think anyone who's like legitimately, one, like interested in like science, or two, is interested in like learning and education. Like, I think that intelligence and like smart is such a relative term because so many people who are thought of to be like smart or geniuses are in like a very specific lane, right? Like, they're very good at a very specific thing, and the rest, like, you know, it's basically like an idiot savant thing. Whereas it rarely is someone like generally really smart and good at everything. So I feel like anyone who's like actually has that kind of label of like intelligence also is like very aware that there's a limit to that intelligence and that there are people who are smarter than they are. Oh, hello. New people coming in after the chaos. The highest IQ people have the hardest life? I don't really know. I don't know many people off the top of my... I don't know people's high IQ scores. Like, I know people who are thought of to be, like, intelligent, and I have opinions about them that people don't always like. Because I'm like, yeah, but, like, were they actually that good? A sponge of knowledge. I have, like, beginner's luck. I'm pretty good at things starting off, and then it gets hard, and I'm like, do I care that much? And there's some things that I do care about, and there's some things that I don't. Coming in after the bat deck. Fake fan, fake fan. People have like 160 plus. See, I don't know what that means, right? Like, I know what my IQ score is, but I don't really know what it means in terms like it, like what it means in like relation to other things. It's like people used to ask me what my GPA was, and I'm like, I don't know. And even if I knew the number, I'm like, I don't know what that's in relation to. It's just a number to me. I don't know what's good. Bleach just happened to be my special interest. I mean, I feel like I lucked out in that some of my special interests are like STEM topics. Like I just legitimately really like science. So people are like, "Oh, you're smart." I'm like, "No, I just really like physics." Other thing, if you're like geography, terrible. Absolute rubbish at geography. Could not tell you. But if you want to know about like string theory, I'm like, "Sure. Let's have a whole conversation about it." Blocks your ability to relate. I think it really depends. I mean, I think that a lot of people who end up being like labeled as like super intelligent also tend to be on the neurodivergent side, just because like the fact that their brain works differently means that they are able to make breakthroughs and stuff, right? Like we usually label someone a genius because they do something new in a topic or field. And a lot of the time that just comes from them being able to think of it from a different angle. And because of that, they discover something new on like the backs of like hundreds of years of like other people doing research and making discoveries. So I think that like because their brain like works differently, they look at things differently, and because of that, they end up being like a genius just because they were looking at something and making a different comparison. Whereas, and like, you know, and if you happen to be like on the neurodivergent side, that means that it makes it more difficult for you to do other stuff because like your brain doesn't work the way that other people's do. So like how do you connect with that person if your brains work differently and the connections that you're making between different topics don't match up? So I think that those two things kind of go hand in hand of like, yeah, you're seen as like intelligent because you've made this breakthrough, but you also have made that breakthrough because your brain doesn't work at the same way as other people. So it's just like, I think it's like a double-edged sword. What if it was nuclear science instead of Bleach? Ooh. Oh, nope. Let's just be happy that special interests are like anime. You love science and such, but you need a surprising amount of math? Yeah. I was always just good at math, so physics was just like fun for me. I mean, I was basically a mathematician at university, so I took like advanced level math, um, because I like it and I'm good at it, and numbers make sense. So anyway, want to see my cards? I don't know what to talk about special interests. I know nothing about that, of like obsession and things just becoming your entire personality once you get into them. Can't relate. I'm just so happy. Do I have a binder of Yu-Gi-Oh cards as well? Yes, I do. Because I never got rid of them. Because Ancient Egypt was also one of my special interests. And to this day, I still get people like will get me presents and they'll be like something that is like Ancient Egypt related because they're like, you love that. I'm like, I do. So it was doomed for me to be a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan, even though I have no idea what's going on with the game right now. So how did I spend like a whole hour talking about cards and sorting cards and also talk about other things, but like, again, special interest. Me? No. I'm so happy now though. I just had to share it with you guys. I like put up the stream on like almost like as soon as I got back from buying them. I was like, I have to open up my cards, but like I gotta continue the lore of me getting into Magic the Gathering. Can't relate. A huge mug. No, this is one of my small ones. This isn't even my Titan mug. And if you don't know the Titan mug, fake fan. Have you watched any good YouTube reactions to Tower of God Season 1 anime yet? No, I haven't. And I feel bad because I want to. I want to because I do think it'd be really interesting to see some of the people who maybe haven't read the webtoon. I've gotten like recommendations for it. But I haven't actually like sat down to watch them yet. Cause I have so much stuff to catch up on. I've been busy with like other stuff going on because it's that time of year where I'm just like I have so much going on in like my personal life, and I did a bunch of like extra videos that I filmed last month. So I'm kind of like coming up for air for November, because December I'm also gonna have a bunch of extra videos going up. So if you guys want stuff, let me know. Maybe not on the live stream because I won't be able to like write it down, but comment it somewhere if you want some special stuff for December, because I've put together a list already, but I'm looking for more stuff. Oh my gosh, it's midnight. Yes, go to bed. Bye. You have so many videos you need to catch up on. Yeah, it's me too. Like I did like a bit of work in like the morning, but then I kind of like took some time off, and I was like, oh my gosh, what are my YouTube channels doing? what have they posted? Fake fan not even here pre 1K subs. I mean, it's kind of wild to me when people are like, there's like certain usernames and like people that I know have been watching my videos for a while, and I'm like, dang, you're still here. Like you're still here. Like that's wild to me that we've just like watched this channel for that long. Yeah, Sacrificial Spaghetti's been here a minute. So it's wild. Like it's like because I'm doing the new Bleach seasons, like the new episodes, and like people are like commenting on those, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you've been here since the beginning, because that was the start. I was there when the old magic was written. It's wild though that some of you have been here for that long. It's almost the anniversary of the channel. Next month. It's been 4 years? Oh my god. I had someone recently commented on my first video, my first reaction. And I was like, suddenly like, because there was like a weird glitch on the YouTube end, and to like read their comment, I like clicked because they like replied, so I clicked on like the reply, to reply again, but it sent me to like the video, so the video started playing, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, This was like me from forever ago. I'm like, oh my god, I was a baby. It's wild. I mean, I've already been in my new place, which I still think of my new place, for a year now. It's been a year. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's been a whole year since the pink room. The lore. You don't know the pink room? Fake fan. It's gonna be like a whole thing now. It's gonna be like pink room, Titan mug, and bat deck. Those are like our inside jokes, guys. If you don't know those, are you even a fan? What's some of the other lore? I feel like now I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to think about it. I might have to make like a compilation video that's like the lore, because we've got maybe like next year, because next year will be 5 years. It's wild. But next year for like 5-year anniversary though, maybe I'll have to put together like a compilation that's like the lore. You'll have to let me know what it all is, like the moments. It'll be like a ton of work. I can't promise much of that, but I don't know. Do you remember the first time Totoro came? That's lore. There were videos without Totoro. Yeah. A green screen in your old background to confuse people. That'd be that'd be a trip. I can't. I've had some people be like, "Have you gone back and watched?" I'm like, not on purpose. Like that was like a jump scare when I watched my first reaction. I'm like, that wasn't on. That was me just trying to reply to someone's comment. I was like, wow, you made it all the way back to this video. It's wild. But then I was like, I can't watch it though. I had to like pause it, mute it. I was like, oh, stop, because it like autoplays. I'm like, I can't do it, man. I'm not meant to. You know how many times I watch a video before it even gets posted? Just through the like editing process? I don't need to watch it again. Ugh. I'm like tired myself out. I got too excited about Magic the Gathering cards. And the possibility that there might be a Batman. There's a Dark Knight. And that is dangerous knowledge for me to know. Is enough to start a novel. Don't tempt me with that. Don't tell me that there's a novel here. I don't know, like all the lore moments. Things that people comment on multiple times. I mean, there's just like moments when I'm like, oh, I bet this will happen. And then it's like, won't it? How can I watch video 1010 with, oh my gosh, how many videos are there on my channel? I'm like, that's a ridiculous number. And then I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm like, how do I not know my own lore? Oh my god, there are over 1,000 videos on my channel. How's that calculated? Does that count shorts? Because I feel like that doesn't count. But that's how'd that happen? I'm just vibing. I know there's some quotes that people have like quoted things that I've like said. I'm like, I think that has to be part of the lore, but like, I know there was a couple of them that are like twice, where I was doing like twice reactions, and there's like certain things that said and people like were like cracking up in the comments. I feel like that's like lore. You thought I made that joke without looking up the number of videos on your channel? I'm shocked, honestly. I don't pay attention. It's like every once in a while when I get the notification that's like, hey, you've passed like some crazy milestone for like the number of views on your channel. I'm like, really? When did that happen? I'm just making stuff, man. Watch the antisocial bat deck take over Magic the Gathering. I mean, maybe we'll conquer the world someday. I count shorts as videos. I mean, maybe. I don't know if I do, because a lot of the time it's like clips from other stuff. So, does it count? I feel like it doesn't count. Maybe just because I make like hour-long videos all the time that I'm like 30 seconds. That's like barely a conversation. That's barely an introduction. I haven't even said my name yet. Yeah, YouTube really wants you to do shorts, which is why I try to do them. I like the reply feature though. I need to do it more, where I reply to comments. I like that because it's like old school YouTube to me. If anyone remembers, back when you used to be able to like reply to videos with videos, and I really liked that. So I feel like if you're talking about like lore, YouTube lore, back when you used to be able to do that. So I like that you can, I know that that's like probably because you can do it for TikTok. So they're like, dang, we gotta like catch up to TikTok. But I like that you can do that. I think it's fun to be able to reply talking because I do apparently like to talk. Again, see hour-long videos on a regular basis. The fact that I have like 1,000 videos on my channel, how many of them are like at least half an hour long? It's a little bit concerning how much time I've spent in front of a camera. Like I'm maybe it's good that I went for a walk today. Like I went out and I touched some grass and I got some sunshine because like maybe I have a problem. Dang, 200K views? Dang, Ingling. I don't think any of my videos have that many views on them. I'm curious. I'm definitely not. And if I did, I think it would freak me out. Nah, the short I have with the most views is like 16K. That's nothing compared to the 200,000. And that freaked me out. That was because I accidentally stumbled into politics. So I got a bunch of extra views on that one. Oh, you have therapy. Go to therapy. Clearly, I'm not the right person to be giving advice on that. But yes. Yeah, I'm going to be done live soon anyway. So good luck with therapy. Hope it goes well. Yeah, I did reply to your, because you can't tell me not to reply. If you ask me to talk about Dune, I'm like, yeah, sure. Let's talk about Dune. One of the comics I bought today was also Dune. So. it would be problematic if my channel was called Extroverted Universe. I think it's like an alter ego. Extroverted Universe. Look, I am antisocial, okay? In both definitions of the word. It's fine. I don't want to spend time with people in person. I want to unpack my Magic the Gathering cards in the comfort of solitude with a facsimile of human contact. You want to watch the Dune film? I'm so shocked that not only did we get a Dune film, right? And I know that there have been previous Dune films, but we got like a new Dune film. And then we got like more. We got more than one. That's wild to me because Dune's such a weird series. And then it's like, it's good. Like there's a budget to it. Like they paid money. Like the previous Dune movies, I'm like, this is fun in camp. And like, they did not, they had like a shoebox to make it with. I'm like, that's fine. I'm here for the campy vibes. It's great. But like, there's like a budget. There's like actors in it. It's wild. And like the special effects and stuff. I'm like, dang, how did this happen? Dune's such a weird story. I love it. I've read it multiple times, but it's a wild story. Yeah, I would also be shook if I got 200K views. Nah, it freaks me out. I still get freaked out when my videos get like a couple thousand, and I'm just like, why are so many people watching my stuff? I'm like, why? Why are you here all at once? Like, it freaks me. Whenever I get a video that has like spiked, like it has like a huge influx of views, I'm just like, why? What did I say? Like, I just assume that I've said something accidentally controversial. Like I've stumbled into something that I don't even realize is like a thing. And I'm like, no, wait, I didn't mean to be there. You haven't seen the Dune films are good, I think. I can't really say that because I've read the books and I was a huge fan of those. So I've read them a bunch of times. So that's what I was like going in to it with like being a fan. I'm like, I want this to be good and I want to love it. But I've heard they're good. I watched like a bunch of other people's like reactions to it who like know nothing about Dune because I'm like, I want to know what it is like to experience this film with no knowledge of what Dune is and just like what is the vibe. And people seem to like it. It's done really well. They're making multiple films, like it's a whole series. So I guess it's good. I mean, people don't know like Paul properly, but people have all these critiques about Paul in the second film. I'm like, yeah, you're not supposed to like Paul, but okay. You watched the first movie and then read the books, the first of the trilogy. Yeah. God deciding. I don't want the YouTube gods to know I exist, really. To be honest, I'm cool. Whenever people are like, "Hey, you should do this," and your channel would be like super big, I'm like, that sounds terrifying. Like, I don't need to go viral. That's cool. You think book 2 will be really hard to translate into the movie? They're all difficult. Um, I need them to make a movie of God Emperor, not because I particularly like that part of the series. Like I like it more than like any of the other books, but because I'm like, how do you do it? How do you make that book a film? I need to see it. I need to find out if they can pull it off. Dune is wild. It's so wild. But if you read it and then you watch Star Wars, you're like, oh, I get it. Like you understand why George Lucas made Star Wars the way that he did. Along with like other things, there's like tons of influences for that film. But one of them is Dune, and you're like, yeah. Oh, I sound like your friend when you tell her to advertise her art. Yeah, it's like I want to, but I also don't want the attention. Yeah. I mean, I can't say like I don't want the attention because I do have like a whole YouTube channel. And I've been here for apparently 4 years now that I've done the math. So I can't say like entirely I don't want the attention. I just don't want it all at once. Right? Like I don't want to go viral. I don't want to spike. I like the gradual growth that I've gone through. Okay? I like that it's nice and it's easing me into it. Right? Like if I was getting views like 3 years ago, like I am now, it would have freaked me out. I would have been like, that's terrifying. I don't want to make videos anymore. Whereas like because I've had like the slow rise into, and some of it's just because like I'm not like super consistent and I just kind of make stuff. Like I don't really have like a plan. I'm here mostly on vibes. I get that I probably could grow the channel like a whole lot if I just like if I had time for it, but like I'm like I don't make enough money making videos to spend that kind of time on it. So I just kind of do whatever I want when I want. And because of that, my channel has grown a lot slower, and that's fine because I like it. I like the way that I make videos. I like the videos that I make. I have fun. And when it stops being fun, I won't do it anymore. And at the moment, it's fun. So here we are. But I do have to leave soon. I've been here for a while. I just wanted to show you my Magic the Gathering cards and chat a little bit. It's been a while since I've streamed. So I thought I would just pop in. But what if I spiked and twice sees the video and knows I exist? That's worse. Don't tell me that. It's like when they told me that Dreamcatcher probably knows who I am. I'm like, I can't know that. I can't know that. What do you mean? I freak out when other reactors are like, hey, I'm like, why do you know who I am? Right? Like when Blur was like, hey, and that was really early on to me on my channel. I'm like, why do you know who I am? That's weird. Why? And he's just like, I also make reaction videos. I'm like, no. I make reaction videos to not be perceived by other people who do it. Or like Ross, like K-Ross. Like every time he I'll like post something and then he'll like message me and he's like, hey. I'm like, you saw my community post? What's going on? Like he's like, yeah, I'm subscribed to your channel. I'm like it just like freaks me out. Wait, you've seen people mention me on Reddit? That's terrifying. Reddit is a hellscape. I don't need to know that. I don't go on Reddit. I don't need to know that. Imagine going to a Dreamcatcher concert and they recognize me though? Nah. I'll be in the nosebleeds. I'll be like, I can't be perceived. Tiffany, yeah, I know that like differently like are like huge Dreamcatcher fans. And didn't they recently like went to like the concert in Germany? I think they posted a video about it today, earlier. I'm not chronically online. You are. But yeah, like it's always weird to me, even just other YouTubers reaching out to me. No, I'll see they the like reaction like mashup videos. Every once in a while I'm like in one of those and I'm just like, why? Why are you including me in that? There's like people with channels like 20 times bigger than mine. Why am I here? You gotta stay on the front page. I don't go anywhere near Reddit. I'm just like, that's too much for me. I don't know. I don't need to be in the Reddit threads. Yeah, they went to KCON. I'm not chronically online. It's fine. Look, I'm not a fake fan when I say I watch other reaction channels. I know. Us small content creators. Inkling, you just said that you had a video with 200K views on it. And I was like, my best one is 16, at least for shorts. I don't know about videos. Full-length videos? No, I'm not even cracking 50K. Okay? Us small creators. I don't think so. Oh, stay off the front page. Gotcha. Yeah, I know. Some of the reactors just like disappear and I'm like, what happened? I know with like anime, it can be like your channel gets nuked. Um, which is why I don't put anime in my videos. I'm like, nah. Japan doesn't play about copyright. And I'm not here to do that battle. But then other people like they just kind of get burnt out, right? Like I think all content creators at some point are just like, I need to take a break. And if they're not like super huge and it's not like a huge like career change, right? Like a lot of people, especially like reactors, they don't get paid a whole lot for their channel. So like it's not the main income. They have like a job and a life and other stuff that isn't like content creation. So they just kind of step away from it because they can, and then they like don't come back because it's difficult. Like I don't know, I really like it. I have a fun time. But I'm also like not trying to like grow a channel. I don't have like sponsorships. I have occasionally had brands like reach out to me and I'm just like, no. I remember that was like a dental practice and I was like, what about my channel says that I would want a dentist sponsorship? Like but yeah, it's a difficult. I don't know, I feel like that's been like more of a conversation now that being a content creator is like a job has been talked about for a while. Like it's been a thing for long enough now that people are like, yeah, it's actually like not great, especially since there aren't any like protections for it. Like there's no like unions, there's nothing to like back you up if something happens. So it's super like unstable and it also requires like a lot of work and effort to keep up with it. So I said I was gonna leave like a while ago. Why are y'all keeping me? Okay. 8 minutes tops. And I'm leaving. For sure. I could have a small merch store. What would it even have? What would we even do? Would we sell Titan mugs? That would actually be kind of cool. No, don't make me think about it. We already had the sticker discussion. Okay, speaking of lore, me being like, I can't start making stickers. That's a box we can't unopen. Antisocial toys sounds Sounds, it's fine. Sus. Merch with my logo? I don't know. That just doesn't sound. This sounds. I don't know. This doesn't sound as fun. Like, do you want a little like, I don't know, anime version of me and my channel name on a merch? I know at some point there was conversation about like beanies, and people were like, it'd be cool to have like a beanie that says like antisocial on it, and I'm like, that would be kind of cool, but if I made my own designs and put them on giant mugs or other things, don't give me ideas. Wait. My logo is great. Thank you. I did not design it myself. I will admit that. I had an artist make it for me. I probably could have designed it. I made like a basic design, like mock-up thing for it, and then I had someone else do it for me. Anti-social pepper spray. I don't think I could because I'm Canadian. I think there are some and like shipping, they're like logistic things. Could I ship out pepper spray? I don't think so, without like some special licensing. Antisocial brand would be cool. Yeah, I'm like, wouldn't it be cool to have like if you had like a black beanie and it had like antisocial written on it? I think that'd be like a slick kind of you could play with it of like a social distancing. I might have missed the boat on that one, but I feel like doing something with like a really simple design that just says like antisocial on it. Or like anti-society. I think that'd be cool too. If you had like a beanie that said anti-society on it. Your friend uses fourth wall. Yeah, I think I've heard of that one. It's kind of like a Patreon, but there's like a merch store built into it. I'd have to think about how, because I know that there's only some that you can integrate into like YouTube, and it would just be like easier to do that. Don't give me ideas. Inkling, you didn't commission yours out? Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I think it's an artist thing. I don't want to look at my own art every time that I have to do YouTube stuff. I think that might have been part of it. I want a bat deck hoodie. No, we can't. A bat cape. I mean, like a beanie with like bat ears on it. Yeah, I know that there's lots of like print on demands where you can just like upload your design, but I don't know. I don't really like. I feel like if I was gonna do merch like that, okay, let's just say hypothetically, right? I want to do like a sweatshirt, like a pullover that says like antisocial on it, right? If I did, I would want it to be embroidered because then it's gonna last. Because nothing makes me more angry than getting a really cool sweater or shirt that has like a printed on design and then it crinkles and it cracks and then it peels. And I'm like, I would want it to be embroidered. And there aren't a lot of companies that do like print on demand but embroidered. I also would want like a quality check. Like I'd want to know that it was good, and I'd want to like personalize it. Like I'd want to like give like a little note or something. Like I wouldn't just want to like let someone else wrap it and ship it. Like I want to make it aesthetic. I love, one of my favorite things is wrapping presents. And I feel like if you were going to give me a merch shop, I would use every opportunity to wrap it like a present and send it to people. And I'd want to do that. I mean, I could get like an embroidery machine and then I could just do it. But that was like, don't give me ideas. Unless, of course, you want it. I don't know, is this like a Kickstarter moment? Like, are we gonna invest in me having a merch shop? I don't know. If you guys want it, I can think about it. But it would just be like, a merch shop is like more of an investment. Unless I go like the print on demand route, and then it's like a little bit less. I don't know, I want like quality control. Like if I was gonna make merch, I would want it to be good. Right? I think it's because like I design and make clothes. Hi, hello. I do that. So I feel like I would want to I wouldn't want to give that away to somebody else and have it be like not good quality. Like I wouldn't just want to like put something out really quickly for the sake of having merch. Right? Like I would want something that looked really good. I might give away if I was doing like a mug design, I might put that out to someone else because I don't know anything about like the like heat press thing of putting it on a mug. I know how to make mugs. If you give me like some clay, I could make you a mug. But I wouldn't know how to I wouldn't know how to do it on like a print for a mug. So I feel like I'd be like a little bit less controlling of that. But if it were like clothing, I'd want some control in it. I seem to be interested. I mean, I'm interested in many things. There was a question though that asked me if I finished my Dahyan hat. I haven't. I have to redo the panels on the side, and I just haven't taken the time to like take them out and redo them. Just before I like forget that comment was there. I did see it. Fourth Wall does mugs and tumblers. Don't tread on me, Cape. No capes. We've learned this. It would be kind of cute though. Don't give me ideas. Don't give me ideas. Especially since like I was saying before, there are like certain things I've said in videos where people are like, that's funny. I'm like, Sometimes I'm funny and I'm like, does that need to be in a mug? I do love a good sweater too. It's cozy. This is so Ahmed. Hey, I'm not saying that I grew up watching that show and Abed was my favorite character. But maybe. Who's giving ideas? Okay, fine. I'll think about it. Okay? I'll think, maybe if I just like start with the print on demand, then it's like an easy barrier to entry, right? And I can just see if it's actual interest, right? Because y'all can say that you want merch, but that doesn't mean that you're actually gonna buy it. So I don't want to invest in stuff and then like nothing happens. But I could. I'm just saying. Community reactions, I've seen all of it. Most of it. I don't think I watched like the last season. I watched whatever season happened after the gas leak. And then I didn't watch it anymore. I watched it until Donald Glover left. And then I was like, it's not the same. Yeah, I'm like, it's one thing to say like, okay, but like, here's the thing. Could we make it? See, this is the problem. Because if I was gonna make a merch shop, I'd be like, how do I do this in a way that is like good for other people too? Right? Like I would try to make it like as cheap as possible. Help people. I have to leave though. I have to leave the stream. I gotta do other things in my life. Gas leak was season 4. Yeah, I'm like, I don't really remember. Should do Twitch streams reacting to things live. I react live with Patreons theoretically. I haven't done it in a minute. I'm sorry. I should do more of it. I'm sorry to my patrons. It's just that I don't have time to like sit down all the time. I say after like an hour and a half of being here, but most of the time, I don't have time to sit down for long periods of time. For Dragon Ball Z time. It's technically only been 9 minutes. So I'm not that over time. But I do have to leave and do other things. Because I have videos to edit and content to make, things to catch up on, and possibly a merch store to put together. Maybe we'll put it to like a vote, a poll or something. and we'll see what happens. I'm a little bit late though. I'm gonna like, what you want me to start a merch shop right before the Christmas rush? Y'all are crazy. I can't do that. I just said I don't want to be perceived. I'll think about it. Maybe. Anyway, I have to leave now. I really do. Other things that if you guys want more videos, I'm gonna have to leave. So it was nice chatting, opening up some magic cards, getting ideas, just getting a little bit of a chat through I don't know, more real time than with my videos is always fun. And I hope you guys, there's a thing called Christmas Miracle. Stop. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, wherever you are. And I will see you guys soon. You're gonna see me in videos and stuff. So, bye-bye.